watching the Desperados burner at wide receiver. There were no answers for him a week ago. Going well.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile cornerback.
And he was terrific in the open. Eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down. Knight. And he will find his man on the outside. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Off the bootleg. Knight. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake. Knight. Pressure comes and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Knight. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Knight steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now, look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Desperados use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. First carry here for Ken Walker, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Back to Walker on 1st down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise in throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, it's Walker, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Knight firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 115 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down now, Addison. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And New York set to take the field. methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Knight. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, this is their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Knight. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A little football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Knight. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I mean, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Knight. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Knight. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So a very long drive, play after play, gets them down the field. But wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On second down, Addison. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Jets. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Knight. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Knight. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Knight. Flush to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Desperados will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. The Miners already 1-0, trying to make it 2 straight as they lead on the road. From there, it's a short trip in the Sunshine State down to Miami, as the Dolphins are at home as well. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
Ready, set. Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nifty move. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Back to throw here. And he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Check, hit. Up, green, quick, yellow.
On first down, Addison, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Desperados take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
Set, ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Well, we made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Second and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On third down, Addison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Oh, what a move. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Trying the left side with Walker. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Knight. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Desperados.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Walker hit and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll set up to throw. The quick slant caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 2nd down now. Addison. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. Another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out come the Jets. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on 3rd down. Knight. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They run again with Walker. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out comes Houston. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Knight. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Houston set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. On 2nd down, Addison. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch, and with some coaches, a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Addison, and he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23. Before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on 1st down. Addison, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Addison, and they'll get him down right around the 16. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And now here is another interception. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And Some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
On second down now, Addison, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Addison. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. On second and goal, here's an option play left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 4 yards out. And the Desperados are on their way to a 2-0 start. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Knight. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Knight. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on second down, Knight. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 1st and 10, Knight. That pass complete to Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, Addison. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.